Other interesting cultural news, you have a student loan being paid off by Biden going viral on X Twitter. Now, this is brought to us thanks to End Wokeness, here, in which he simply says, quote, "Are you kidding me? Thank you, Biden. We paid for that election bribe, the U.S. taxpayers against our will." Is a screenshot of someone by the name of Benjamin Shirless saying, quote, "Holy effing shit, $19,408.49 gone. I'm beside myself. Thank you, Joe Robinette Biden." Which, gotta fact check that. Is that really his middle name? No. Robinette. Joe Biden. Joe Biden, middle name. I mean, I don't want to say that's a weak name, but it really is. Robinette. Jeez, that's ridiculous. Robinette, really? That's almost comical. Well, it is. Almost as ridiculous as being called a topping. Oh, wait. I partially digress, but nevertheless. I mean, this went really viral. I mean, this is actually after the news we had earlier this month where, the U.S. government decided to pay, what was it, $6.1 billion in student loans because the art degrees, they're just paid it off. Again, there's zero reason to have a loan for an art degree. There's nothing stopping you from going to most museums that are free or just buying a book for usually a pretty good ROI. You don't need to go to college for art majors. It's the most useless degree I could possibly. Shouldn't say that. There's so many useless degrees. It'd be hard to say which one is most useless. Lesbian dance is definitely up there, but yeah, imagine our tax dollars paid for the $9,408.49. Now, in terms of moves on the political chessboard, bribery works. I mean, Americans love free crap, and if someone pays off your student loans, pretty big incentive for you to vote for them. It'll be interesting to see if Biden starts to ramp up the rhetoric during this election cycle, talking about how everyone should have their student loans paid off. Even though the Supreme Court said, it's unconstitutional, they kind of just do what they want in D.C. these days. Now, this one, extraordinarily valid, got 2 million views and 31,000 likes, which is quite a few to say the least. One of the first responses come from Paul Zuppa saying, quote, "Buying votes like this is unconstitutional. Supreme Court already ruled that Joe Biden can't cancel student loans. Why isn't the GOP in Congress outraged by this? Because they're part of the problem," unquote. Getting 1.1 thousand likes, which, there are a lot of rhinos, pejoratively known as Republicans in name only, because they just vote Democrat. Though they have an R by their name, so people will foolishly vote for them without actually researching their policies or actually their track record. Maria Isbell says, quote, "It's not forgiven, but taxpayer funded." And it's a picture of some girls going to see Taylor Swift, apparently. It says, "Taylor Swift ticket, $500. New outfit, $500. iPhone 15, $1,500. Can't pay back student loans, priceless." Getting 3,000 likes. Salty Goat also says, quote, "It took years to pay off my student loans after working full-time while in college. This pisses me off to no end." Getting 5.4 thousand likes. Which, yes, it's definitely not fair. Thick shelled egg, unusual name to say the least, says, quote, "Using your tax money to pay for votes." It says Steve paid his way through trade school and is now gainfully employed. As a picture of a kid with a degree, it says Austin borrowed $100K to get a philosophy degree and can't get a job. And the confused Biden has a picture of a confused Biden. It says Joe Biden wants Steve to pay back Austin loans. Getting 3.7 thousand likes, which, yes, it's true. The people with degrees that are worth anything usually don't need to have their loans paid off by other people. People with engineering degrees are doing pretty darn good most of the time. Same with doctors, same with lawyers. Now, that meme to get 3.7 thousand likes. Let's see. Maria Isabel says also, "It's essentially a taxpayer-funded bribe. They'll do anything to secure the vote, won't they?" And some protesters that say "Death America," and it says "Student loan forgiveness," and vote. Joe Biden is pointing to them saying, quote, "I need their vote to save democracy." The donkey with the Democrat logo is giving a thumbs up, getting 966 likes. Paula says, quote, "No, I paid off your debt you promised to pay back," getting 957 likes. Florida says, quote, "Didn't the Supreme Court say this isn't allowed? Let's see Trump follows all the laws and gets indicted left and right. Biden has a suitcase full of documents showing his corruption, ignores the Supreme Court and justice, could care less," getting 1,000 likes. Libergat Media TM says, quote, "What is this? Yep, pandering is endless," and it's Joe Biden standing in front of his speech. It says, "Resident Joe Biden canceling student debt," Panda in Chief getting 285 likes. Let's see here. Maria Isbell also says, quote, the fact that an 18-year-old can't take out a $10,000 business loan but can take out a $100,000 student loan tells you everything you need to know. The current system doesn't want you to be independent and successful. It wants you to be reliant and obedient, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Oh, I was going to hopefully be the extra vote that got to 1.2 thousand, but nevertheless, my vote was not the final one to get over that hump, so to say. Rare Imagery says, quote, blatant vote buying that was already ruled against by the Supreme Court. Our government is nothing but criminals, getting 943 likes. Let's see here. So, I mean, I'm pretty much overwhelming support for the roasting of this paying off by student loans. And it'll be interesting to see, is there enough cultural pushback where people start to vote differently? Maybe start to take responsibility? Do you think this will bleed into being, a big thing that people start to talk about in terms of the politics around the cooler? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd really appreciate it, especially if you click that subscribe button at Rumble, where I'm trying to grow more and more. Again, don't forget to take time to like, subscribe, and follow. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.